half chat is like, I can't trust you anymore. And the other half is like, the truth. Today's plan is we are going to be doing tier lists, Genshin tier lists. We're gonna start with like a very generic, like how much I overall love these characters kind of a tier list. Please don't cancel me. All opinions are my own. They do not reflect the opinions or thoughts of my employer or management agency, etc, etc, etc. Here's the promise that I will make before we get started. I'm not here to yuck your yum. I am just here to yum my own yum. So there will be no shitting on people's faves at all, okay? Not in chat, not here. It'll be fun. People have opinions. A dog is barking in the background, and that is all okay. We're at peace with the world. Are we understood? I have to first pull out my Anemo Boy faves. So double S is very obviously going to be my top 3 right here. I should reorder them in the order that I actually love them best. That was easy. You know, I wish all decisions in life were as easy as deciding to put my favorite Anemo boys at the top of my tier list, but accepting Kuni's sponsor offer for this video was one of those very easy decisions. I gotta say, I like low-key lost my mind when they showed up in my inbox. I was like, this is the most exciting sponsor offer I've ever received. I'm a lifelong Studio Ghibli and Joe Hisaishi fan especially, and so this game is like right up my alley. They gave me early access so I could play it on stream, and I had a ton of fun, though to be honest, I did spend most of the stream just kind of like picking up cute animals and refusing to put them down, but like that sparks joy, and so I'm not complaining. Spike? Baby Spike! I'm never putting Spike down, you cannot make me. Look at his little feetsies. Look at Gander go. Gander in his little white bow. If you don't know yet, Ni no Kuni is a Studio Ghibli game from Netmarble, and it's coming out early this summer. It's an open-world MMORPG. It can be played on both PC and mobile with crossplay, and it has a soundtrack produced by the legendary Joe Hisaishi himself. I grew up watching Studio Ghibli films, so I got borderline emotional when I was playing this on stream last week because it just felt like I had like landed in the world of Ghibli, and Joe Hisaishi's music was playing in my ear, and it was just like a dream come true. So I'm really freaking excited for the full release this summer. Please use my link below to pre-register for the game, get some fun freebies while you're at it, and hopefully I will see you in game this summer, yeah? There is an interesting exception to my Anemo only agenda. This is the interruption. Because I love him dearly for lots of reasons. I love Zhongli because he is culturally significant to me. I feel like he represents Chinese culture in the way that we would like to represent ourselves to the world. Does that make sense? The refined scholar, patient, wise. I'm gonna put everyone I love into double S first. We'll see how many people there are. If it's too crowded, we will have to do a bit of a purge. So Xingqi, you're coming with me to the top. Followed by Qiqi. And where's Chongyun? Okay, Chongyun. Bennett. Who else sparks joy here? Like a lot of joy. A lot of extra joy. More joy than usual. Goro! This top row is like everyone I love dearly with my entire heart, and if something were to happen to them, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself. I do a little bit feel the need to pull some of these apart. So I'm gonna go ahead and bump everyone after Zhongli down into S. Qiqi is special to me because she was my first ever 5-star. And I feel like everyone has a special, or most people have a special attachment to their first 5-star. She literally came back to me on beginner banner. I feel obligated. We'll do it. It's the dad, the mom, and 3 kids. This is getting harder. It's getting harder. Maybe Ayatul. I'm warming up to Ayatul. I like his political conniving. And I feel like Yelan, just purely based on her design, even, I don't know. We don't know anything about her personality yet. We know she's a shady mother funker. I like it when women are shady motherfuckers. Okay, fine. We'll give it to her. She can be S tier. Razor can be the house pet. I like that. I like that. I feel like A is like a solid A rank for me. I have some qualms about her visual design. I'm just not happy with it. I feel like if you looked at a lineup of all of the Electro Vision people, and then if you didn't know anything about Genshin, and then someone was like, guess who the Electro Archon is? Well, I guess your first question would be, what the heck is an Archon? And then after you explain what an Archon is, I don't think you would choose A out of the lineup. I just don't think you would. It doesn't make sense. I would have chosen Yae. I would have been like, that's obviously the Archon. this foxy looking one, obviously. With the halo. No, it's not the foxy looking one. It's her girlfriend. Unexpected. Honestly, Sara would be S tier, but for me, she goes into A because I don't like her playstyle. That's just a personal preference. If it were purely based on like personality and looks, definitely, unquestionably an S. But I just don't play archers very well. I'm bad. I'm a bad gamer. You have to be a good gamer to play archers. So that's why Ganyu and Sara both end up A tier for me. Because they're very cute, very sweet. I like them a lot. I just don't play them. I can't play them. And it's like frustrating to me. So the frustration takes them down a notch. I'm hack and slash gamer. What can I say? I don't want to cause problems from a distance. I want to cause problems like from up here. I'm honestly very like about Yanfei. She's fine. Her DPS output is very impressive and I do like her playstyle. So she evens out to like an A. Diluc used to be like here. I don't know if anyone else shares this experience. Where before you're a Diluc haver, you're like, oh, I desperately want Diluc. Oh, I will pine away if he does not come home. And then the moment Diluc comes home, it's like a switch flips in your brain. And you're like, I will bury this man 6 feet under. I will cut his ponytail off and make him eat it. It's the fact that his hair should be super fluffy and lovely and like indulgent and delightful. But instead, MiHoYo, or rather HoYoverse, was like, we will give him a worm on a string for a ponytail. People like to make fun of Diluc's like facial expression, like his dead fish eyes and then the kind of childlike proportions. I actually think that's his charm point. I'm just bitter that his second charm point, which is his very fluffy hair, looks like crap in the game. I'm real mad about it. I know it would have been like a very high poly kind of rendering, but still, he deserves it. Give him his fluffy hair, man. Albedo's hair, yeah, I agree. Albedo's hair is the other one that I feel like got really nerfed. Everyone else's hair looks pretty good, you know, but something about Albedo and Diluc, I'm just like, huh. Something happened here. Klee can be S tier by sheer virtue of just being the cutest little thing. Noelle as well. Razor is the reason I started playing Genshin Impact, actually. And I still haven't leveled him. He's like level 40 or something like that. But I really do like my dog types, so I thought he was gonna be like here. I thought he was gonna be my number 1. I was like, they have a dog boy in this game? Too bad. So sad. A tier. Kaeya. I've said this many times on stream, and I will say it again. Kaeya is objectively the most attractive character in Genshin Impact. Just objectively. There is no subjectivity here, okay? And the fact that even though he has a concave ass, he is still the most objectively beautiful character in Genshin Impact. He's not my favorite, but I recognize his beauty and his superiority, okay? Now that we have cleared the air on who the most objectively beautiful character in Genshin Impact is, I'm so glad we can move forward as a community now that we've cleared the air. What's her name again? Aloy? Who now? I feel like I'd only put someone in C tier if I like actively disliked them, and she seems like cute. I just don't know anything about her, nor am I that motivated to learn much about her. So I guess she can sit in B tier. B tier is like, you're fine, you know? C tier is reserved for like these kinds of assholes, okay? That's what C tier is for. It's a special zone. Exactly. Can you believe I used to be a Tartaglia main? I used to be a child main, bro. I have recordings still of myself like gleefully doing a Bennett ult and then a child ult and being like, look, 120k damage, haha, vaporized for the win. Look at how powerful my child is on his little stringless bow. I'm so proud of him. I'll break his neck. Half of chat is like, I can't trust you anymore. And the other half is like, the truth. You've said it. I knew y'all were gonna cancel me. I knew I never should have done a tier list. Child is the type to only soap the top half of his body in the shower because he thinks that the soap runs down his legs and cleans them. Like Child, not only does Child not wash his feet, he doesn't wash his legs. I just feel it in my bones. Like it just, you know? I like actually a lot how his character is written. It's just written in a way that also makes me want to choke him out. It's both. You can have both sometimes, right? Amber is like a solid, I feel like if it weren't for her playstyle, she'd be a solid S for me because she's just really like Genki in a very kind of cute, refreshing way. Yoimiya is more like Genki chaotic. I feel like Amber is more like Genki neutral. I like Genki types, they spark joy, but I'm downgrading her to A. I really hope the Amber mains are not here. I bet you all are. I bet y'all are. Y'all are like a contingent in the shadows, always waiting to pounce. I'm not crapping on Amber. I'm just saying that her playstyle is not the best suited. You see all the other archers in here, that's because I don't play archers, okay? Amber mains rise! Hu Tao I'm gonna put in S tier. Honestly, Hu Tao used to be down here for me too. You know why? Because she tormented my baby Chi-Chi, and that is never acceptable, okay? In this house, we do not tolerate Chi-Chi slander. And she was like Chi-Chi slanderer in chief. In Chi-Chief. I never should have said that out loud. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Yeah, even the dog agrees. I'm sorry. I think that Hu Tao is upgraded now into S tier for 2 reasons. Number 1, she is no longer the Chi-Chi slanderer in Chi-Chief. She is now actually a Chi-Chi stan. She's come around. And for that character growth, I give her wild applause. I think people who are willing to own up to their mistakes and grow from it and change their behaviors accordingly are the most admirable people in the world. And for that reason, Hu Tao is upgraded from like a B to an A. The second upgrade is because she's a fantastic DPS. She does so much freaking damage, y'all. Oh my God, all hail Hu Tao. Holy crap. When you pair her with like Xingqiu and she just goes like 70k at a time, what? Yo! Yes! Very fun. It's a vaporized party in here! I do have the Staff of Homa on her. I stole it off of Toma. That's how much Hu Tao has changed in my mind, y'all. I robbed Toma. I'm really glad that people have like found their comfort characters in this game, you know? Like my comfort character is Venti. Just thinking about him makes me cry sometimes, but it's like a good cry. It's a happy cry. Oh my God, if I ever become an actor, that'll be my hack. Oh, this is a sad scene and the director wants me to cry? Think about Venti Genshin Impact and his little wind sprite and the fact that he sits in his own statue's hands because he wants to remember what it was like to be a tiny wind sprite in the palm of the unnamed bard. Okay, we're good. I love him. I love him a lot. I love my little wind sprite Venti. With Anohana's ending, oh, you're right, basic. That's another way to instantly trigger Waterworks. Just be like, everyone's like, don't do it. You'd think I was pointing a gun at all of you. My goodness. Ayaka. Ooh. Oh. This is the opinion I'm really gonna get canceled for. I feel like I should keep my mouth shut. I feel like I shouldn't. I feel like I should just place her and like not comment. Ayaka is cookie cutter waifu bait, but executed to perfection. Therefore, she is A tier. If all she were was someone's like Mary Sue fantasy, she would have been C tier. But something about the way they executed her, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with her being the perfect template fill. She has no flaws. Ayaka has no faults. She is perfectly capable of taking care of herself, but relies on you, the traveler, the character, the main character, player character. She doesn't depend on people, but she depends on you. Worksheet, check it off. I'm not criticizing your taste, right? Her execution is very good. It's a very well executed waifu bait. That's why I don't hate her. I just think she lacks flavor. To me, she's a little bland. Barbara, oh, that's hard. I kind of want to put her in S tier, but I also don't want to break into 3 rows here. I want to put Barbara between A and S. You know what I mean? Add a row above. Perfect. Double A. I'll make my own rules in this house. We gotta discuss Yua in Uwu mode. As is custom in the Genshin fandom. Didn't you know whenever you talk about Yua, you have to start using an Uwu voice? Yua is also double A. It's because she has a lot of wee strong, wonderful points, and then a few wee upsetting things together. The first is that Uwemba is justice. Uwemba is canon, and Uwemba is one of the cutest pairings I've ever seen, and I think they should get married and have little babies, little Uwemba children running around. I would love to see this. Second thing, she's beautiful. That's it. The third good point is that she's a really good, in certain single target cases, a very good DPS. There's really only one negative point, but it's such a strong negative that I just cannot put her in S tier, okay? The negative is her character writing is just horrible. I don't know how you mess it up that badly, but they messed it up real bad. It was really bad character writing. It was inconsistent. It just felt like it was someone being really confused about what Yua's character is supposed to be. Her character writing got a little bit better during the Christmas, the December event with like Beidou. I thought that she actually had a bit more interesting and consistent character writing and also better character development. And so after the December event, Emma Whittle, I like her better now. Otherwise, she would have been an A tier, to be honest. But now she gets a double A because I think the writers are finally figuring out her character and how to write her. So I'm really excited for more Eula content. Maybe she'll become an S tier afterwards. I think I can speed sort the West. You guys ready? You get the benefit of the doubt. You just sit here. I wanted to love this one. I genuinely did. Oh, ooh, timer's up. I'm safe. Oh, my glasses came off too. You're here because you're a low-level tsundere. You're here because you're a low-level tsundere. Actually, kind of sexy low-level tsundere though. This one, I don't like how the bird dresses you. This one, S tier. This one, no one ever showed this to Ten. Anyways, don't show it to Ten. Don't show it to Rin. The thing about Keqing, right, is that she reminds me a little bit too much of myself. There's just something about her that makes me feel like, makes high school version of me feel really called out. So the personal attack is not appreciated, and that's why she's an A. Xinyan is definitely a double A. I feel like she's super underrated. I really like her concept. I like how ambiguous they made her ethnically. Does that make sense? The fact that you can read her as either like African or one of the many sort of like Chinese indigenous groups, that it could really go either way because she is coded, visually coded in both directions. At first I was a little split on this. I was like, do I like the fact that they left it so ambiguous? Ultimately, I do think that the style of most Chinese media is to leave things more open-ended and open to interpretation. And so knowing that, I think I appreciate the execution because they knew what they were doing. I think it's really fun. I like Xinyan a lot. And her playstyle is really fun. I just like playing her. Her like burst DPS is very fun. Y'all ready for Shinobu? I don't know anything about her yet. She can just sit here. I don't really have an opinion. I don't know anything. She can be in B tier. I really don't know anything about her. So do I feel the need to explain anyone else? I feel like we blasted through the faves like really easily, right? I have a soft spot for the Anemo boys because I love tragedy. This one's a workaholic and I relate deeply to her because I'm Gene Core. These are my sons. Obviously we got the girlfriends, we got the sons. We got the girl I wish were my girlfriend. Wait, Lisa's the girlfriend, Yoimiya's the wife. Does that make sense? Actually, that's not even right. Lisa's not even the girlfriend. Lisa's the... Anyways, my point is that Yoimiya is the one I want to marry. At first I was like, she's like a bro, you know, like I would want to go get a beer with her. I think that would be fun. But then as time went on and I saw the way she interacted with kids, saw the way she interacted with her dad, saw the way she just has like such a rebellious nature, but is also so Genki and wholesome. And then her gap is that like at the end of her story quest when she's like sitting there quietly admiring the fireworks and then like refuses to be interrupted by Paimon. She's just quietly in her own thoughts. And like, you just know she's reflecting on like the stories that have come into the fireworks that she's put on display and what she's doing by like honoring all of that and the incredible ephemeral beauty of it, that she has that side of her as well, that quiet, thoughtful side. I fell in love, y'all. I fell in love with Yoimiya. I feel like she would be a wonderful like community organizer and like political activist, and at the same time be a wonderful mother to our children that we would raise together. And then once in a while we would get a babysitter, and then the two of us would go out on the town and have a great night clubbing and partying it up and getting real drunk together and like spilling all of our secrets, and then we would come home and the babysitter would be, you know, the babysitter would go home and we would quietly give our kids a kiss on the forehead in their sleep. I can see it. I can see my entire future with her. Listen, Child is good with kids and that's very charming of him, but he's still in C tier because C stands for colonizer. So it's not a double standard. It's just that he has so much going against him, you know? It's unfortunate, but he's stuck there. Can't help it. Sorry. Wait, I just realized Scaramouche isn't here, but I guess it is only playable characters, which is why Dainsleif isn't here either. That's probably fine. They would both be S tier. Wait, no, Scaramouche would be S tier. Dainsleif would be like double A. Let me just double check everything, okay? Diona's daughter. Ningguang is mom. Beidou is auntie. Yunjin is the cool older cousin. I'm realizing I feel very familial about most of the people in S tier. Yae is the crazy drunk aunt, and she'll slip you like a red envelope and be like, don't tell your parents I did this, but is also really chaotic. She'd show up at your wedding and be like, I object. Also, she and A are the dual income, no kids, the dink. They're the dink couple. Ningguang and Beidou also have the dink energy. Lisa and Jean, not so much. I feel like they would have kids somehow. Noelle is everything I wish I could be. Yelan is just hot, with how we talked about. And Sucrose has never done anything wrong in her entire life, and I would protect her with my soul. That's pretty much everyone. I think we covered everyone. I feel like everyone's in the right place. Perfectly balanced is all things should be. I like it. It's time for part 2. So this is now a thirsty tier list. Yay! These are my children. Purge the unclean thoughts